Hey guys, it's Josh here, aka Spidey Skater Boy, back with the first update to the Spider-Man 4 fan film. Before I get into any of, just the standard promotional stuff that he gave to me to start me off, I was speaking to Bryn recently, and mainly, the thing that we were mainly discussing, because that was the thing he was mainly working on, was the whole suit situation. Because one of the most integral things to anything related to Spider-Man is how he looks, his costume, and he had a suit that was in the works, and that wound up not working out entirely as planned, and things just happen, and now he is currently looking for, a suit maker. He has a couple in mind. He's told me who those are, and one that they're very keen on at the moment. They haven't really been open about it yet. I'm not gonna say what, because it's not my place. But just to give this project a bit of confidence, the suit that got screwed up, they are not gonna let that go to waste. They're not letting that go in vain. Him and his girlfriend came with the brilliant idea of just using suits that that they had that got screwed up, to just turn them into battle damage suits, so nothing goes to waste. And as for the suits that they are looking into, once the Kickstarter is done and everything, you guys will more than likely be pleased. But getting into some of this promotional material here, well, we have some concept art here, and I'm going to start off with the Vulture concept art because that's the huge bulk of it. And the suit, because I've looked through the images quite a bit before getting into this video, this is it genuinely feels like something that fits in the Raimi universe, because it looks like classic Vulture. It has the muscle toning, the lines of muscles on a person's body, which has always been a part of the Vulture suit, classic Vulture suit. And the wings, they are very much sort of how the concept art was, from the the storyboarded concept art. It's kind of like that. It has the harness on and everything, and it also, oddly enough, feels sort of like Web of Shadows, except the feathers for the wings aren't just detached and just floating there for some weird reason. It definitely has a much more fierce look, and it seems like something that Sam Raimi would concoct in his brain. And I've talked to Bryn about this as well, the process that they're going through for it. I don't want to say too much on it, but what they're going to try and go for is pretty impressive. What they're going to do, obviously, it's going to have CG involved, but they're just with a lot of stuff that they're trying to do. They're trying to have as much tangible, practical effects kind of things that they can have to make this feel as real as they possibly can. Now, granted, will it look the best? It's a fan film. It can only look but so good. And they acknowledge that, and they understand that, which I'm glad they do, because some people go into these kinds of things just thinking that it'll be the greatest thing ever made. I mean, sometimes it is, but, sometimes things happen, and they're being very, idealistic, not idealistic, wrong word. They're being very practical with how they're going about this, and they're coming with some really unique stuff with Vulture. They've told me some things, and I can't wait to, get the okay to start sharing more of that information with you guys. Hopefully I do. If not, then you guys will just have to wait and see. Now, we have here concept art for Black Cat's suit, and from what I understand, the woman who is playing Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat, from what I understand, she is making the suit. That's what Bryn was telling me. And the concept art that you see on screen is more or less what she's going for. I'm hoping that eventually we'll get to see, if not her in full costume, at least just some production shots of how the finished suit looks or whatever, just something. And also just break it up a little bit. Go back their Kickstarter. Yeah, go back that. It's while it's still while you still can, because it ended on the 29th. Today is the 22nd as recording this. I don't know if this will go up the same day, maybe the next day. But go back it. If if everything goes well, tomorrow if the weather doesn't suck, I'm gonna get some money together and then go back the campaign myself, because that's all we can do is help support it. So yeah, just go do that. And also there's Lizard. There's concept art for the Lizard here, and the best way I really like how this looks, and the best way I can describe it, at least for me personally, is Tanas mixed with Lizard from Spider-Man 3, and I really like that look. And he has the lab coat, but from what I understand is that he's gonna have the lab coat for a decent amount of time, but then obviously because as he's doing more and more stuff, the lab coat is gonna just rip off and deteriorate, and it's gonna go away. Same thing with his pants, and then you'll just have Lizard sort of like Tanas, where he just doesn't have any clothes. From what I was told, they're going to be very practical with it. Like I said, they're trying to be as practical as they can with without making everything look super silly. And the techniques that they're going to use for the Lizard, because they have the actor for the Lizard, not Connors yet. But what they're going to be doing with him, I really dig. Especially someone who is very much into horror, and what they're going to be trying to do with him, it's really cool and really interesting. Yeah. I don't want to say too much behind the scenes stuff, because I feel as though they would want to save that for themselves to, disclose and talk about. But they're going to go for something really cool, and the actor they got is really tall and lanky, so he's going to be huge. He's going to be huge Lizard boy. And he'll look like the Lizard, unlike TASM 1. And although I love that movie, that Lizard looks awful. I just quickly want to get into how seriously they are taking this project. They are getting some serious talent behind it, and I haven't seen the special effects work that at least any test stuff that they're working on. But I've their most recent posts on their Instagram showing how, and this is early stuff, but how the CG work is gonna how the CG work is coming along. And I must say, this looks like some quality stuff. This looks like some stuff from Spider-Man 1, and Spider-Man 1 still holds up pretty well today, especially the nighttime sequences, obviously, but it still holds up really well. And I'm not gonna talk over this. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like, and it's right here. Yeah, that is that. Even the way the camera work is, and the weight of the web swing. Obviously, the poses, and obviously with more time, it's gonna look even better. But the lighting, the way how the model, everything, that just looks. That's great. That's great. That's great shit right there. And that's one of the reasons why I'm super excited for this, and why I want to help this get out there and hopefully help it flourish and succeed. And yeah, that stuff is just crazy. It's great. And another thing that to show how serious they are taking this, the composer what he's taking this super serious. The music that they've put out, samples of the score, it fits in the Raimi verse so well. It feels like some Danny Elfman type stuff. Before I play samples of the tracks, Black Cats and Vulture themes are phenomenal, just amazing. And it's really good stuff. And also, they had 31 seconds of the film complete, 31 seconds of the opening credits, and it looks pretty spot on to how the Raimi films were. Now, all this stuff here is kind of spoiler-ish. Well, the music tracks aren't, but I'll put up a spoiler warning when I get into the first 31 seconds of the film. But yeah, here are the tracks that they, have released. Okay. You can't deny that that is some good music right there. That sounds legit. Now, I have to say, and I know my buddy Superior Spidey fan, you know, he also stated this, that he hopes that they can incorporate, you know, the Black Cat theme from Spider-Man to the game in any sort of way. And I also voiced that to Brent as well, and he said that, you know, they'll see what they can do on that, but they're, you know, obviously and understandably they're gonna try to do their own thing and be as creative and have their own creative spin on as much as they possibly can, while also trying to, you know, use what was already out there online, you know, in terms of what was put out there for Spider-Man 4 what was released. So mainly a lot of stuff you're going to see is original stuff, and obviously that mainly means for the story, because but so much was put out there. But the last part of this video before, you know, I sign out, is the first 31 seconds of the film, the beginning of the opening credits. Now, this is, some people can see this as spoilerish. If you want to just be genuinely surprised by how well this looks, back out now, and, you know, see you guys in the next update. But if you want to see how serious they are taking this and how great this looks, here you go. Now that, my friend, is some seriously damn good stuff. And that's it's not even fully done, or at least they didn't show the full thing. And that's already, like, they're taking this too seriously. They're taking it so seriously, and like, it's great. And like they've been studying the films, like. Ever since they started working on this, they've just been studying the films, you know, just noticing like how the cinematography is, the composition, how the action is done, how the cinematography is. Like they're taking this 1000% seriously as diehard fans, and just as, like, it's a tribute project almost. They want this to be as accurate as they possibly can, and I'm glad they are. And if we don't get that animated Spider-Man 4 that, you know, Avi Arad is trying to get together, this is the next best thing, and hopefully this can, you know, give us a taste and, you know, quench our thirst for having, you know, some Sam Raimi Spider-Man back in our lives. But, you know, with that being said, this is Spidey Skater Boy saying comment, rate, subscribe, peace out.